Hi, my name is Kayla and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about The Bachelor. We are in season 24, episode 1, and The Bachelor is Peter Weber. I've been watching The Bachelor since I was like 13, and I guess I can say it contributes to why I am a hopeless romantic because I've been watching it since I was like 13 and I'm like, I will accept. Like, I was so dramatic as a kid watching this show. So yes, as I said, Bachelor's Peter, season 24, and yeah, let's get into it. So I first want to talk about the preview of the season when they show the montages of what is going to happen, and I want to say that, oh my god, is there so many tears. In typical Bachelor fashion, everyone has to cry, but this is my first time seeing the mama crying in the preview. She's don't let her go, don't let her go, and I'm just, whoa, okay then, don't let her go, Peter, don't let her go. Like, the mother is boo-hooing, but I guess you can't have The Bachelor without tears. You just can't. And also, when he was putting on his cufflinks, I don't know, that's not a part of the preview, but like, it was in the beginning of the season, like when he's getting ready, getting dressed, and his cufflinks were airplanes. Was I the only one who was like, this is too much? Like, we get it, you're a pilot, everything is pilot or airplane driven. I'm like, oh my god, even his cufflinks, it's airplanes. He put them into, maybe it's just me, it worked me up a little bit. But yes, that's all I want to talk about the preview. Moving on to the introductions when the women were getting out of the limousine. This season, it was not as extravagant or like women being extra as usual. It was pretty, for the most part, pretty normal. Like, hi, my name is that, da da da, ooh, ooh, ooh. But I will say, for the people, men or women, who get on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, I will say this. Stop bringing them dang on animals. Nobody want to look after your dog or your cat, or in this case, this season, what was it, a goat? It probably wasn't a goat. Don't know what it was, but it was a bigger animal, and don't nobody want to look after that. I'm gonna just say it for everybody. Nobody wants to look after that. So now I want to get into like that part of the episode where we get a glimpse of the girls, like when they chose like 7 girls and like they were able to share like their hometown and all that stuff. So from the group, there were 3 that I wrote down in my notebook. Alexis, Lauren, and Hannah Ann. Alexis, I remember liking her. She's a black girl. She's a waxer. There wasn't really much else I remember. I just remember that she gave me like a pure, authentic, cool vibe when she was talking to the camera. And then Lauren, I don't remember why I wrote her down, but in the moment I liked her. And then Hannah Ann, I wrote down that she seemed fake and very unauthentic, which I'll get into later because we got a glimpse of that during the cocktail hour. So those are the 3 girls that I wrote down from the whole, like, I think 7 girls that we got a glimpse of. So yes, that's that. So moving on to cocktail night, one of my favorite parts of cocktail night was when Natasha said no when a girl asked to steal Peter. Usually the girls are like, oh, I guess but Natasha said no. She was like, well, if you're asking me, the answer is no. And I had to pause the TV. I was like, finally, because everyone always lets the person they're talking to get stolen. But like, if you don't want them to steal them, just say no. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's harder to do in that moment, but I was like, round of applause. Like, she finally did it. She finally did what I was thinking like someone should have done all these years ago, because honestly, it's kind of rude. Like, someone's in a conversation and you're just like, can I steal him? No, we're talking. And I also don't know why the Bachelor and or Bachelorette doesn't say no. Like, especially if like I'm in a conversation with you, I would want you to be like interested in what I'm saying, to be like, no, like, we're talking right now. I don't know why they never say no. It's kind of odd to me. But then when Natasha came back with like the bigger airplane, I was just like, oh my god, this is so cringy. I had to stop watching for like 15 minutes because I was like, my social anxiety, like it was acting up bad. But yes, I love that part of cocktail hour. I love when she said no, because like, you go girl, you did your thing, you handled your business. Okay, the second part of cocktail hour that I'd like to talk about is the whole aspect of Hannah Ann stealing Peter away 3 times, and how Cheyenne or Sheehan had like a problem about it, and she was like crying about it, and all the girls were also like, oh, it's not fair. I get it. Hannah Ann stealing Peter away 3 times, I understand that could be annoying, but don't complain about it. Be about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you have an issue, why don't you be like, oh, excuse me, you talked to him, you know, 3 times, and say that in front of him and her, so that they both know that this is an issue, that this is a problem. Because the time spent talking and complaining with other girls and stealing, or not stealing, but like pulling Hannah Ann to the side and complaining about it, you could use that time to talk to him and get to know him, instead of like whining and complaining. Like, that's so irritating. And it also brings me to what I said earlier. I don't know why the Bachelor or the Bachelorette, whoever's like the person of the season, why they never say like, oh, I've talked to you already, blase blase, like keep it pushing, or like, it would be nice if I could talk to other people. But instead, like, they're adding to the problem, because they know they were in this situation before, they know how they feel. So like, why not just be like, no, I talked to you, or like, no, you can't stay me right now, I'm in a conversation, something like that, or to that effect, because they know what it's like to be in a situation. So like, yeah. So now moving on to the first group date. They went on like this pilot school themed date, and the first part of it, they were like in this spinny thing, like it's to like stimulate, not stimulate, it was like a turbulence stimulator, I don't know, something to that effect. It like makes it feel like there's turbulence on a plane. And it was this one girl who's like get motion sickness pretty easily, and so she got sick, and then she runs to the bathroom, and he comes with like some water, and she's like, ah, no one has ever cared for me that way, oh my god, no one has ever looked out for me like that. And I'm like, girl, shut the F up. He brought you a bottle of water. Calm down. Calm down. It's a bottle of water. You were in nursing school. I'm sure your friends had your back sometimes, you know, brought you some food, you know. I know your mom cared for you when you were sick, when you were younger. Like, he brought you a bottle of water. Calm down. Calm down. It's a bottle of water. Okay, calm down. All right, and now the second part of the date was like an obstacle course in a way. Like, they had to do different things, and like the final 2 would move on. Well, the final 2 would move on, and then the one winner out of the 2 would like have a one-on-one like date with him later on that night. And it brings me to Cheyenne again being a crybaby. I do not like her, sorry, but she was crying, boo-hooing because Kelly cheated, and she's like, she cheated, oh my god. Like, girl, you was nowhere near winning, okay? They were on that bicycle while you were still putting on your shirt, so you weren't going to win anyway. So if anyone should have been boo-hooing, was the other girl, not you. Like, she's just always like crying, and it irritates me so much. She's stop. You're a grown woman. Like, calm down, calm down. There's plenty of time left. Plenty of time left in the season. Now moving on to the first one-on-one date of the season. I don't remember the girl's name. I am probably gonna insert it. But moving on. For me personally, that first date would have been a big fat no. When I seen that he took her to his family's house, like at his parents' vow renewal ceremony, I was like, whoa. Like, whoa. Like, that is too personal for a first date. Like, I would have been mad uncomfortable. I would have been like, dang. So I really got to sit up here and talk to Aunt Jackie. I got to talk to Uncle Ron. I have to make small talk with these people who I don't know. But that's me. On the other hand, she looked like she had a good time. It was all smiles and giggles and he and ha. There was kikiing up in there. And I appreciated that she was able to do that, because me, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Like, so big fat no. Big fat no. I also love the parents' vows. When the dad got emotional, I was like, oh my God. My heart. Be still. It was so cute. He was like crying. And then the mom's vows, it was just so sweet. And it was just so, it felt like real love. Like that's the goal, right? And then the last part of the date that had me shook. Okay, had me shook. Was when the daughter, not the daughter, the girl who's on the date and the mom, when they were talking, and the mom was like, la 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 la, and he's in awe of you. He's in awe of who? I met this man 23 hours ago. How is he in awe of me? Now that just had me like, are you kidding me? He's in awe? He's in awe of her? He met her like a day ago. How is he in awe of anything? I don't buy it. I don't believe it. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like, also when you're in those situations with like someone, like when you're meeting someone's family, I feel like everyone always try to like over compliment, because like everyone's always being like so super nice. I feel like that was what was going on in that conversation. And she's like, yeah, I really like him, and da 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 da, he's amazing, da 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 da. You don't know anything about this guy. Like, we don't even have to like even try to over compliment. Like, we could just talk about ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, because to me that seems so fake. And like, because you don't know anything about this person, like, how are you like saying all of this stuff? But anyway, yes, and that part had me shook. I was like, whoa. The second group date, they went somewhere in some state, I don't know, they went somewhere, and Hannah B was there, like, boom, hi, and all the girls are like, whoa, why is she here? First time, okay, cool, but now I'm having some issues. Does she still have feelings for him? What is going on? But the theme of that date is to like talk about like their sex stories, or like first time stories, or like fantasies. It's supposed to be like a funny date, and they're gonna all tell this story in front of a big audience, and it's supposed to be really fun. However, Hannah B and Peter ends up talking for the rest of the episode, like in this room, and Hannah's boo-hooing, and Peter's like, well, do you regret it? She's like, of course I regret it. And they're like going back and forth about their relationship that they've had, and if there are any regrets. He's asking her if she will come back on the show. She's like, I don't know. But I also think that at the time she was on Dancing with the Stars, so I don't think she could have gone on. But like, it's just a lot of back and forth, like, do you regret this? Of course I regret it. I'm sorry. Da, da, da. You picked Jed. I'm sorry I picked Jed. Da, da, da. There's a lot of that going on, and I don't know what they're talking about because I did not watch her season of The Bachelorette, so I was really lost. But it looked really like, and I'm sure if I watched that season of The Bachelorette, I would have been all in on it. But unfortunately, I don't. So I kind of don't have an opinion on what happened. I do want to know, though, why was she crying in the first place in an open door? It was like inviting someone to come in and like start this conversation. Like, if I'm like really crying, like in my feelings, oh, baby, door shut. You know what I'm saying? But that door was wide open. Like, is he here yet? Does he see? I swear I'm crying. It was like one of those things, like, why are you crying at the door open? Nah. I know this is like reality TV, or like, and it needs to be juicy, but that came up as unauthentic to me, not gonna lie. But I'm not camera scared. It was just, oh my god, no. Yes. So that was basically the whole episode. It was one-on-one and 2 group dates, and was there there was an elimination ceremony. And yes, so now I'm going to go into my predictions for who's going to be in the top 5. So my predictions for the top 5 is Alexis, Victoria P, McKenna or Mykenna, Lexi, and Kelly. Especially Kelly, because they had this little dance going on. They little choreographed dance. It was getting that hey, hey, hey. They was doing their little dance. It was real cute. And so yes, those are my predictions of the top 5 women who's going to be left on the show. And then I'm gonna end this video with questions that I've had throughout the episode. I only have one question. It's like the timing of the show, because after the first rose ceremony, like during the first episode, like after the first cocktail, it was morning, but when they all arrived there, it was pitch black night outside. So what is the timing? How does this work? Because yeah, the girl was like, and it's in the morning and da da da, and I'm like, it's in the morning, y'all met him at night. You see what I'm saying? Like, if anyone knows how that works, can you leave it down below in the comment section? Because I don't know, like, do they arrive at the mansion at like 2 in the morning when it's still dark outside, and then the first rose ceremony is in the morning? I'm so confused about that. But yes, that is all that I have. I'll see you guys next week to talk about episode 2. To the first one-on-one date. He went on a date with Kelly. And no, that's her name. I don't think that's her name. Ooh. Anyway, the first one-on-one date went on the